Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Ant.
And Ange.
Delinquent Duo back at it again, full power with the live tabletop duel. We have Ange with the Dogmatika Eldlich and me playing Dino. Before we get into the game, I want to thank you all for clicking on this video today, and if you guys like the content that you see, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to the channel. We have new videos coming out every Monday and Wednesday, so hit that bell icon so you're up to date on all of that.
So without further ado, I went first playing Dogmatika Eldlich. I had a pretty god-awful hand, to be honest with you. I drew the one Ecclesia, I drew two kind of okay hand traps. As you see, I got triple tactic talents on it. I didn't draw any Eldlich, ways to get the Eldlich cards out. So I have two dead Golden Land cards and also a punishment, which is easily bait outable through Dino playing Lost World. So not the greatest hand, but we'll see what comes out of it.
And me, I like to bait out all the back row first, so I like to activate the Lost World, and I know that might fetch and negate because it's such a powerful field spell. And then, before I set anything to commit on board, I want to use that Miscellaneous Saurus, so that way it can maybe possibly fetch out another negate or something like a hand trap, which it did. And then I was free to go off with my Oviraptor to get the Pankertops, and then Pankertops, of course, to get that back row, which was fortunately the punishment for me. So that way I don't get punished on my other turn later on. And then we just are going off right here with the classic Dino combo, getting the Lost World protection with the Oviraptor effect, sending the baby to get the Animadorn Archosaur, and then I had another baby in my hand, and then getting that. So I got a lot of advantage off of destroying the babies this turn, and it just let me set up a very nice board. With my other baby, I'm going to get a Miscellaneous Saurus, so that way I have follow-up for next turn. And I already have a Giant Rex in my hand, so I was just planning on using that with the double evolution pill. Right here, going in, of course, to the Link Karibo. And then, of course, going into the Logia, so that way I can negate any other trap that might come my way. Of course, I try to activate the double evolution pill, but you need the non-dino, so I just have to get rid of the Link Karibo into my Secure Gardener, no problem right there. And then I'm able to get a Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from my deck. And my hand was just pretty stacked this turn with just a bunch of powerful Dino cards. I have another Ultimate Conductor in my hand, which I'm eventually going to get out. And I had the Giant Rex, which I was able to fortunately get off with the double evolution pill. So I just have a nice stacked board right here. And I'm just planning to go for the OTK because I know I have the protection with the Logia if he tries to have some sort of trap disruption even in my battle phase.
Yeah, it's pretty much is it right here. He's going to destroy everything with the conductor, and then he's going to go completely off. And like I said earlier, I just didn't really draw any Eldlich cards to even stop him. Even if I would have had, say, like a Lancia in hand, I don't think it really would have mattered because I just had no cards in my hand to even play with. So we're going to go to game 2, and I'm going to have him start off.
And that actually tripped me up because I expected him to go first, so I took out a lot of my going first part of the deck, which was the Wind Barrier statue, because usually what I would do if I was going first is try to make the Simorgh Wind Barrier lock. But I am able to go off right here. Now, Ange, did you open up any hand traps at all?
I think I did. Oh no, I had one Ash Blossom.
One Ash. Oh, yes. You did
and that was it. And that was it. And the rest of the hand was kind of a brick again. Just not drawing what I needed. Siding in wrong cards. Just making lots of misplays this game, unfortunately.
Now, you did side in the Lancia this game, right?
Yes, I did side in the Lancia for this game. And my idea was to hopefully draw it into it. But as we see later on, I just drew into it way too late. I do run 3 Lancia in the side now. And it's just not really working out the way I would want it to work out this format. So I may change it out for something else to say maybe another droplet or something like that, or just more disruption for the Dino matchup, because this is definitely the hardest matchup this format for me. Dragon Link is pretty easy to disrupt with this deck. You can just outgrind them eventually. And then Infernoble really isn't that big of a deal either, because if they just hand loop you, then you can just get rid of your traps anyways, and they're kind of stuck, facing a big pile of back row that they just created for themselves.
Yeah, and this is why Dino is really strong as well, because you see he had tried to Ash my double evolution pill, but I just actually hit it with a Dolka negate, and then I used double Evo to get my Pank, because I would rather have the Pankratops Disruption and the Dolka Negate instead of the UTC, which I know isn't really that good this matchup.
Yeah, and here's why I kind of misplay again. I do activate the Dark Ruler. I know I can play around the Pankratops and the Dolka, but in my mind, like I said, misplayed really hard. I forgot that Dolka was not Logia, so I kept thinking that I had to bait out things for like spells and traps. So that's why I got the Fleur-de-Lis instead of the Punishment. Like I said, just not making that many misplays. And I think I did make another misplay here with the Elder, because I already special summoned the Fleur-de-Lis, so I don't think I was able to have the Elder engraved because the clause of saying that you can only special summon zombies for the rest of the turn. So it's more of a condition. So I think I was born to lose this match, to be honest with you. Just the misplays are all over the place.
That is very sad for you indeed. But going back to my turn right now, I just have a couple monsters to get over right here, and I'm definitely afraid of the Wakero and the Conquistador. I think those are like my most hated cards because that destruction and banishment is just really strong, because if your opponent is able to destroy the conductor, that really, really hurts. And banishing the miscellaneous sources, of course, really bad as well.
Yeah, and also it's kind of the Dogmatika cards also kind of apply a little bit of pressure with the attack gain of like gaining 500 permanently. Though it can be easily outed with the conductor, it's just all of a matter of can you get to it beforehand.
And going through my graveyard right here, I am trying to make sure I have enough resources and at least 2 miscellaneous sources in my hand at all times, because I want to be able to protect myself and be able to banish him for the Animadorn Archosaur if I need to. And what I was doing right here was trying to get another way to another conductor or just more heavy wind condition.
Yeah, and this is where I flip up the Scarlet, which I wasn't supposed to do anyways, because the initial play I should have done was just let everything go through. But like I said, I thought that the Dolka was the one that negated the spells and traps. So like I said, this is all a misplay. If I had to take it back, I wish I could, because I would have just saved it for like the next turn. That way I could just banish the Elder from my graveyard and then just get the Conquistador and just end up passing it to his turn. That way I could have all the disruptions to just break his board apart there. But unfortunately, like I said, just forgot the way certain card effects worked. This way he used the conductor effect, and this is why I knew I really messed up. So I was like, okay, so now I have a set Wakero, and I have no way to truly get the Golden Lords from the graveyard to the field safely, because I would know I would have to actually send the Wakero and then possibly set the Golden Lord on the field. But then what advantage is it really giving me that turn?
And I want to talk about this play a little bit on my end too, because what I try to do right here is try to get 4 dinos in grave, so that way I can get an Oviraptor. And what I really wanted to do was be able to special summon another conductor. I did misplay right here because I should have at least summoned the conductor under the zone where I would put Pentastag eventually. And I think the play that I should have done here was use the 2 monsters I had on board, and instead of going into the Pentastag first, I should have gone into the Dino first. I should have gone into the Reproductus, I'm sorry. So Reproductus would be another dinosaur, and then I would use the Oviraptor and the Reproductus to go into the Pentastag, and I would have 2 Ultimate Conductors on board, so that would be able to swing in for the game that turn. But kind of misplayed that a little bit right there, and I hope it just doesn't bite me in the butt.
Yeah, because I did realize that as well. So, and he even has to be careful when he sends certain things to graveyard as well. Though it does deal a lot of fast damage, which is key to the Dino strategy. Though I feel like a lot of Dino players have to play a little bit smarter sometimes. So I draw the turn, and this is where I draw the Lancia, and where I was like, wow, this is the worst card I've probably ever drawn right now. Which is why I'm not liking it, because if I would have drawn into like a Droplet or anything else, I would have been able to send the spells and traps to negate the monster effects while gaining advantage still. So this is why I'm thinking about taking it out just for something else that's more has more utility basically. So this is why I send the Wakero because I know it's kind of dead, and then I go straight to end phase, getting rid of that golden the elixir, and then I set the Conquistador and then the Wakero for next turn. So, and this is where I definitely don't like the Lancia as well, because if I Lancia, then I'm stuck not banishing any cards. Both players are. So if I have any golden lands or elixirs in my end phase, I can't even use that effect. So that's where it really kind of bites me too. So that's why I'm really not enjoying the Lancia in the side.
And then right here, I just cleaned it up with the Phoenix, and I'm able to bait out any of the back row and then just take the game from there. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching the video today, and if you guys, again, liked the content, please consider giving us a like and subscribing. Let us know what decks you want to see in the comment section below that we can do for some live tabletop matches, and be sure to stick around because we got a lot of more sweet content for you guys coming up soon. Thank you very much.
See you later.